The Rock WrestleMania 41 drama, Dave LaGreca outburst, and WWE Backstage reaction. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a huge story to discuss, one that caused a lot of buzz in wrestling world recently. We are talking about The Rock. His absence from WrestleMania 41, a fury outburst from Backstage Open Radio Dave LaGreca, Backstage WWE reaction, and even a wild $1 million offer to Stone Cold Steve Austin from Logan Paul. Leading up to WrestleMania 41, many fans noticed something strange. The Rock was completely absent, not only from actual event, but also from promoting it on social media. According to a report from Fightful Select, this didn't go unnoticed backstage either. Several WWE talents pointed out that Dwayne Johnson The Rock stayed silent before during WrestleMania 41. He quickly jumped onto Pat McAfee's show afterward to air some frustration and discuss being approached to help boost the tickets. Now, internally, WWE creative teams had already been told to move forward assuming The Rock would not be available for WrestleMania 41, even though some people held hope after Elimination Chamber Toronto where ticket sales were boosted with The Rock's help. They were ultimately instructed not to build major storylines around him. But even though the locker room always welcomes The Rock's presence, when he is there, there's undeniable perception. The court is at mercy of Dwayne. That's the phrase one veteran WWE talent used. It is said that The Rock himself is aware of this dilemma. He doesn't want to disrupt the flow of WWE's creative plans, but he might actually underestimate just how much influence he truly has on the whole WWE narrative. And while there's always been talk about possible tension between Dwayne Johnson The Rock and Triple H Paul Levesque, multiple sources confirm that, for now, if there are any issues, they haven't impacted the locker room day to day. The general feeling backstage, not anger, not hostility, just confusion. A lot of talent found genuinely odd that Dwayne Johnson The Rock didn't even acknowledge WrestleMania 41 at all. Dave LaGreca's viral rant. Now this confusion turned into full-blown controversy when Backstage Open Radio podcast Dave LaGreca host let loose with a passionate viral rant criticizing Dwayne Johnson The Rock's behavior. LaGreca was furious, calling The Rock out for not participating, not promoting the event, and then criticizing creative decision afterward. He said, and I quote, "Nice to hear from you, pal, it's over." And he went on to accuse The Rock of throwing Triple H under the bus by making public comments about how he would have done things differently. Dave LaGreca made a strong point. If The Rock wasn't involved in the creative process, he shouldn't be commenting publicly afterward, especially in a way that could be seen as distancing himself from any failure while claiming credit for any success. The Rock's response. In response to LaGreca's rant, posted on Instagram, The Rock replied in a way that only added more fuel to the fire. The final boss wrote, "Hi Dave, the business is complete work, always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian and the rest of us for our creative discussions so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting, it's not healthy my friend, enjoy the show." But that reply didn't go well. In fact, it hurt Dave LaGreca deeply. He addressed it on his podcast saying he wasn't angry, he was hurt and disappointed. Dave LaGreca emphasized that while wrestling is entertainment and everyone knows it's a work, it's also real in the sense that wrestlers put their bodies on the line every time they step into the ring, and he felt betrayed that someone like Dwayne Johnson The Rock, who sits at the very top of wrestling mountain, would trivialize the emotional connection fans have to the business. Bully Ray and others speak out. Bully Ray, another wrestling legend, also spoke. He defended Dave LaGreca as slammed WWE creative direction, saying that the build-up to WrestleMania 41 was a complete mess. According to Bully Ray, it's now clear that the creative team didn't really know what they're doing and didn't have a real endgame in mind, especially after all the teases about Cody's soul and Dwayne Johnson The Rock's possible return. Bully Ray challenged The Rock directly, saying, "Rock, let Dave into one of those meetings. He is the voice of the wrestling fan. Maybe you should have listened before you decided not to show up at WrestleMania." Wrestling legend and Hall of Famer JBL different perspective. Interestingly, not everyone agrees with the criticism on something to wrestle with. JBL said he thought WWE made the right move by frustrating fans. According to JBL, if you always give fans the feel-good ending they want, you kill your episodic storytelling. He compared it to old-school wrestling psychology. Getting fans angry actually keeps them invested for the long run. So basically, JBL believes the decision to have John Cena beat Cody Rhodes and leave fans upset was smart business, and also not showing of Dwayne Johnson The Rock. Bayley's situation adds more tension to WrestleMania 41. It's not just about The Rock, tension backstage have also been high after Bayley was pulled off from WrestleMania 41. Former WWE superstar Baron Corbin tore into WWE management for this decision on his podcast. He said it was a total bullshit treatment to someone like Bayley, who's been there through thick and thin from COVID era to now, with such disrespect by cutting her from the show just days before. Logan Paul's wild offer to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now before we wrap up the show, let's not forget the craziest side of WrestleMania 41. On his impulsive podcast, Logan Paul revealed that he offered Stone Cold Steve Austin $1 million, yes, to wear a giant Prime bottle costume at WrestleMania, and instead of using beers, using Prime bottle to celebrate. And he also made fun of Stone Cold Steve Austin because of crushing with a fan. Stone Cold flat out turned it down and said, well, he ended up running over a poor woman with an ATV during the show, only at WrestleMania, folks. To sum it all up, The Rock's absence, his post-show comments, the emotional response from Dave LaCroix, the split opinions backstage, is all highlight a very weird, confusing time in WWE right now, between creative frustrations, the Bayley situation, and even Logan Paul trying to turn WrestleMania into a Prime commercial. It's safe to say WrestleMania 41 was one of the most chaotic, controversial events in wrestling WWE history. What do you guys think about this? Did Dwayne Johnson The Rock handle it the right way? Was WWE storyline actually smart like JBL says? Or do you agree with Dave LaCroix and Bully Ray that something's really wrong behind the scene? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news and wrestling content.